immediately after our last game. Looks like they got a penalty for number 88 out there for the Boji for some reason, but a minute and a half out there for the pregame warm-ups here. It's our second back-to-back game against the Boji Mammoths. They're wearing navy with white accents, a little bit of baby blue. Bucs won the last game 4-1. Fun to watch. Fairly evenly matched. Some good opportunities for both, although we outshot them about 3-1. Run through the roster for you real quick. Number 6, Quinn Baker. Number 14, Quinn Baker. Number 13, AC Bentz. 11, Redford DePass. Number 5, Carson Follis. Number 1, Sawyer Goldie. 20, Graham Hildebrandt. 87, Xander Marin. 9, Luke McDaniel. 46, Taylor Pembroke. 77, Tucker Smith. 54, Xander Van Tilburg. 82, Brock Welch. And 88, Levi Yohe. Injured reserve for us. 44, Elliot Buckland, our second goalie, out for a concussion. And number 37, Lane Story, with a lower body injury. About 18 seconds left. I'll tune that back in with you for the first period. Number 87, Xander Marin, lost the face-off. Turn the puck over to the Boji on their side. They bring it in, but drop it off to Pembroke. Pembroke up to Follis, out of reach. Pembroke steals it back. Trying to pass up to Follis again. Follis can't get his stick on that puck. Dropped it off. Boji sent it in. Marin with it. Far boards. Takes it deep. Around the back. Pass up to Follis. Connects. Got Smith coming up the inside. Passes off. Gets around. And a quick shot for number 77. Running clock. First two periods, 16 minutes again. The last one probably a stop clock, 16, unless we're running behind. Yohe at center, wins it back to Bentz. Bentz sinks a shot into the corner. Right off the face-off. We got a one face-off from Yohe. Passed it straight back to Bentz. It's 2 goals for Bentz today. I don't think he scored first in the last one, but he scores first in this one as the Bucs are up 1-0. Yohe wins the faceoff back to Baker. Up to McDaniel. McDaniel taps it to the corner. Looking to pass across to Bentz. Doesn't get through and then centers it straight to the Mammoth as they bring it across center ice. Pass across to the right wing. He brings it in. Struggles to control. McDaniel lifts a stick. Yohe forces off the puck. Controls it in the corner. Taps it around to Bentz, near side. Bentz stretch pass. McDaniel tapped it. Couldn't control. Mammoth picking it up. Dupass steals. Brings it in. Marin posts up center. Redford didn't go for the puck. Went for a check. Goes for a second check. No call. Centered. Dupass trying to get it in front of the net. Mammoth sent it against the boards. Welch centering. Mammoth sent it up to the point. Kept in by Van Tilburg. Marin sends it on net. Quick shot from here is gloved up by the goalie. Marin at center for the faceoff here. Wins it back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg sends it towards the net. It's in the corner. Hildebrandt looking to control. That one Goes back to neutral. Pembroke sends it in. Marin couldn't get onside, so. Yohi at center for the face-off. Wins it to Smith. Smith to Baker. Baker skates back with it. Passes off to Bentz. Bentz. Long stretch pass to Smith. Missed. Went across a couple skates, or sticks though, so they don't call it icing. Mammoth give it back to Smith. Far corner. Hits a skate, trying to pass it deep to Yohi. Puck forced off. Yohi comes away with it. And his shot into the same corner as Bentz scored it before. 88. Scores the second one. Unassisted goal that time from Yohi. Marin at center. Won the face-off. Sent across to McDaniel. McDaniel didn't control it, though. Marin gets it back. Skating right through. Has it stripped. And they can't clear. Baker sends it deep. This one gets by McDaniel. Baker keeps it in again. McDaniel comes away. This time, shot blocked. Shot for number 9 there. Ends up at the point. Baker keeps it in, trying to dump it deep. Comes out to Redford. Redford backhand pass, doesn't get through traffic, and Mammoth bring it back this way. The Bucs defensive zone, and a shot missed wide. Rebound off the backboards. Picked up, centered again. A little bit of a defensive breakdown to center ice there for the Bucs. Pass it up. Bentz to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt up the side. Can't get the puck on net. Hits a skate into the corner. Recontrols. Has space. Shot that time going high. Yohi sends a puck deeper. Getting tied up. Maybe a little hook, but no call. This one pokes out high to Pembroke from the point. Fanned on the shot. Mammoth come away. 2-on-2 here as they bring it into the zone. Slowed down. Hildebrandt coming in behind, and Van Tilburg forces him to the corner. Centering across, controls, quick shot, blocked by PJ. Kept in, dumped deep. It's right in front. That shot wide. Maybe the third time today we've left offensemen right in the middle of the ice with no one there to take care of them. Mammoth pass it up through neutral, but is picked off by Pembroke. Pembroke trying to get through traffic. 3 guys converge on him and steal it. Send it back to neutral for Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg to Welch. Welch couldn't control the pass. Mammoth regain it. Get around Follis. Marin trips. No call. Marin was lifting his head. Knew he forced a penalty there, but like I said, he won't go to the box for that one. Smith has it against the boards. They skate through, steal the puck, send it deep. They get around Smith, trying to clear. Kept in by Bentz. Only momentarily. They get it back. Oof, offsides. Marin was way back there, it looked like. .8:20 left in the first. Bucks up 2-0. Clock is running. 2 periods left to play. 5-1 is the shot count. 88 at center for the faceoff. Yohi wins it off to Redford. Redford dumps it in. Mammoth pick it up behind their net. Pass around McDaniel. Baker keeps it in on the line. Gets it back to McDaniel now. They give it right back to Yohi. Yohi's shot goes wide. Pass trying to center. Goes behind. Baker with it. Trying to get the shot off. Hits a player. Ends up in the corner. Mammoth fanned on the first clear attempt, and now they bring it behind the net. Up the near boards. And connect on a pass to neutral as they dump it in. Dents picks it up. Brings it behind her net. Another man in front. Up off the boards. Pass to Redford. Connects. Redford brings it in. Looking to center. Spins. Hits a skate. Goes up high. Pembroke has to rush back on D. Marin applying some pressure. Centering pass connects. Bence is there. Marin stayed on from behind. Bence forces the puck off. And taps it up. Controls it himself. And Mammoth stole it. Dumped it back in. Pembroke to Brock. Welch in neutral gets forced off the puck. Trying to tap it off to Hildebrandt, it looked like. Marin can't get there. Hildebrandt skates across, steals it, tries to center, hits a skate. Hildebrandt centers again, out of reach for the defender. Marin's shot doesn't get through traffic. Might have been Welch's shot, to be honest. Too many 80s out there. Pembroke across to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt didn't get the shot. It's in the corner, centering. Welch tries to get it across, gets tied up with a player. Marin with it now. Stops it with the skates, kicks it to himself, gets around one coming up behind. Taps out of reach for himself into the far boards. Dumps it. Hildebrandt looking for it behind the net. And Welch breaks up a pass. Gives it right back to the Mammoths. They bring it out of the zone. 5:40 left in the first. Bucks up 2-0. And Tilburg slowed him down, sent the puck deep. Picks it up and up the far boards. Wallace lifts a stick, goes back up to the point, and they bring it across. Centering pass. This time we're in the right spot. Pembroke collides with the player. Pass connects. Wallace. Wallace tried to tap it off to Smith. Had to rush to the corner to get it. Yohi back to Wallace. Making some space. And honestly, I won't give it a shot because it was the wrong angle, but it's always a good idea to send it towards the net. Sometimes you can hit it off the goalie, he hits a pad weird and bounces in. He wins the faceoff off to Smith. Smith to Baker. Baker dumps it deep. Wallace with it. Far corner. Sends it around the back of the net. Smith is there. Can't control. Looks like two Bucks players got tied up back there. A little bit of a breakaway. Well, 2-on-2. They send it towards the net. Wallace coming away with it, and his pass misses both. That'll go for icing. Seven at center. Lost the faceoff. Quick shot. Blocked by 10. P.J. Brown. It's in the corner. Tap from Van Tilburg to Marin. Marin up to McDaniel. Great play. McDaniel controls. Shot, and Marin comes right in behind. Tried to get a shot off the rebound. He was whistled dead. Like Yoki lost the face-off there. Mammoth bring it in, getting around Van Tilburg. towards the net. Brown sends it wide. Puck up on the point from up high. Pembroke forces it off his skate. That one looked like it almost hit Van Tilburg in the head. Pembroke controls it behind the net. Gets it around defender to Welch. Player falls down right in front of me. Van Tilburg with it now behind the net. Up the boards. Did not connect with Hildebrandt. Yohe. Hildebrandt this time. At least he got it back to neutral. Tapped it off. Hildebrandt almost intercepted. Marin intercepts this one. Taps it out of reach for himself, but Hildebrandt steals it, brings it in. Marin barely keeping it on the blue line. Nice little push down. His pass, like it hit Welch's stick, but he still couldn't quite handle it. And then the Mammoths send it. They wave off icing. Bentz gets there. Drops it off for Baker. Baker up the boards to Follis. Follis controls, taps it up to Smith. Follis posts up. Smith sinks it. Far side. That's where we scored every one. Smith from Baker. 77 for 14. Marin wins the faceoff back to Baker. Baker to Follis doesn't connect. Mammoth passing it through neutral. Sends it cross ice. Smith picks it up near boards. Splits their offense. Gets around all three. Brings it himself. Wraps it around the first D-man and the second. Just huge breakaway and a shot from him. He jumps down. And some shoving afterwards. Yohe at center for the faceoff, splits the D. 10 seconds left. That'll probably do it for the first period here. Bucks up 3-0. The pass gets it off the pass from Bentz. Horn blows. I'll tune back in with you for the second. Bucks up 3-0. Shot count 10-3. It's like the Bentzes over there are DJing this game up. In case it matters, I do not own the rights to any music you may hear. Yohe loses the faceoff. Brought into the zone. Forced off against the board. Centering pass. Backhands it towards the net. And covered by PJ. Let's call that a good save. Alright, puck's down. Yohi wins it. Tapped it off to McDaniel. Breakaway for him. Shot off the post. Squeaks out near side. Unfortunately, those don't count as shots on net. Pass broken up by McDaniel. Mammoth recover. Bringing it in. Shot blocked by PJ. Rebound picked up in the corner. Forced around the back. Pembroke picks it up. Taps a pass off to McDaniel. That goes for icing. Marin wins the faceoff to Baker. Center on the back. Bentz. Hildebrandt. Mammoth forces it off to Bentz. He's got Marin centered up. Long shot high. Like Marin was supposed to drop back to D since Bentz had pushed up. Be a good replay value right there. Follows the center for the faceoff. Wins it off to Baker. Baker dumps it deep. Mammoth get there first, trying to clear. They get around Baker. 2-on-1 opportunity. Baker comes up behind. Pass coming in. Ooh, Baker hit his head hard on the ice as he came down. Forced the puck off, and Smith to Follis. Back to Smith. And the Mammoth send it far boards. Pass broken up by Follis and Bentz. Mammoth pick it up and then give it back to Bentz. Bentz taps it off to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt can't control. Looked like he wasn't looking for the puck. And this one ends up with Smith. Bringing it into the zone. Sends it on net and sinks it. The goalie was out of position. I think that's an unassisted goal for Smith after it was tapped by the Mammoth there in neutral. He just came away with it. And then the goalie being pushed a little too far to his right. Left that left side open. Face off. Lost by Marin. Brought into the zone by the Mammoth. And Tilburg forces him wide. Centering pass broken up by Pembroke. Long shot. Hits a couple players in front. Ends up behind. Oh my god. Ugh. And then a cross check from Marin after. I don't understand. Yeah, Pembroke checked the kid head first into the boards, and then Marin cross-checked him while he was getting up. Looks like no major penalties assessed, but a big power play coming. Alright, penalties are up there. Minute and a half, 5-on-3 penalty kill. Face off, won by the Mammoth. Have it back in neutral. They're getting back on sides. Mammoth bring it in. Pass behind everyone. Picked up on the point, far side. Sending it towards the net. And he's in the crease. Player goes down hard. Hildebrandt sent it for icing, but got it on net. Shift change for one of our players. Pass across. Left the center open. We're all back in position now. Yohi taps it up off the glass, trying to clear it out. Kept in on the line by the Mammoth. They dump it deep. Rolls around the top of the boards. Circles deep. Yohi steals. About 30 seconds left on the penalty kill here. Penalty from Van Tilburg not called, and then a penalty given right back. So those two even out. Refs didn't call. Vance forces a player to the board. Centering pass right in front. Van Tilburg gets a stick in there and slows the shot down. Should be back to even strength as soon as this whistle blows. Whistle blows, doors will open, and they'll let him out. McDaniel at center for the face-off. Won it. And a shot right in front. Good save from PJ. Marin wins the face-off to Baker. Baker turns it over right in front and then kind of screened the goalie. Luckily, it hit one of our players in the back. Welch to McDaniel, a little bit behind him. McDaniel tried to tap it across to Marin, didn't connect. Marin breaking up the pass. Now Welch with it on the boards. Welch across to Marin. Marin goes down, tried to give it to McDaniel, didn't connect. And Baker made a pass across to Marin, doesn't get through traffic either. Welch offsides. Yohi wins the faceoff. Like that came from Pembroke to Follis, and Follis sinks it. Goalie overextended again. 5 from 46. It's under 9 minutes left in the second period. Score is 5-0. Shot count 15-6. Bucks up in all regards here. Yohi, let's say he won the face-off. Got it off to Smith. Smith's pass across went through the legs of Follis. Kept in on the blue line. Follis now Smith. Smith to Follis. One-tapped it, but went wide. Yohi to Follis. Follis dumps it deep. And Tilburg, long shot, blocked by the goalie. I take it back. I think if that hit a D-man, it's looking hurt. Pass comes through again. It's in the crease. And Follis tapped it off. Gave it back to the Mammoth. Follis dumps deep after he recollects. Smith has it behind the net. Takes it with speed wide. Dumps it himself. Yohi trying to track it now. Mammoth get there first. Pembroke keeps it in. Blue line near side from the point. Quick shot. Blocked by the goalie. A shot by 46 there. Yohi keeping the puck in for a moment. Marin coming in off a shift change. Keeps the puck in. And Dupass dumps it to himself in the corner. Takes it around the back of the net. Pass getting checked. Marin stealing the puck. Centering it to no one. Hildebrandt picks up a dropped pass. It's going to be kept in by Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg slap shot. Hit a player in the arm. He's hurt. Pembroke brings it in after we get back on sides. Looks like he went in without the puck. Had to get out. And Pembroke forcing the puck off. Is able to steal it. Bring it in. Maybe a hook against the Mammoth. No call. Comes across to Dupass. Dupass can get the one-timer off. Marin tries to keep it in. Cleared out by the Mammoth. It goes the length of the ice. Spence gets there before it hits the line, though. Behind the back of Bucks net. Pass Pass is broken up. Second pass is also broken up. And Mammoth bring it in. Pembroke back on D. McDaniel gets in between. Shot goes off his ankle. And he comes away with the rebound. Tap to Marin. Marin to McDaniel. McDaniel dropped it to the corner after it hits a stick. Right to Marin in front. He tried to one-time angle it towards the net, but went wide. Bence with it. Bence to McDaniel. McDaniel crosses to Follis. Connects. Couldn't keep his speed, though. Sends it towards the net. Looked like McDaniel stepped on it. He doesn't get on net, but the goalie jumps down on it. 5:42 left. I forgot to start the second period here. Do that now. Sorry. Follis at center for the faceoff. 5.5 minutes left in the second. Follis wins it to Dupass. Dupass in the corner. Sends it around the back. Smith coming away with it. Centering across. Bence with it. Space. Shot deflected. Shot by Bence there. And another one. This one going wide. Looked like a pass to Baker. It wouldn't be that deep. It's probably Redford. Goalie jumps down on it. Under 5 minutes left to play. Score 5-0. Face off. Lost by Follis that time. Kept in the zone just barely by Bence. Follis steals it back behind the net. Pass to Smith. Smith looking for a wraparound. Missed a shot from 77 there. Puck behind. Mammoth trying to clear. Baker skating forward to keep it in. Baker to Redford. Redford to Bence. Bence couldn't get one time. It was a bouncing puck. And controlling it forced him to not get a clean shot off. They send it towards the net. And a good save from P.J. Brown. Sends it near corner. Second shot hits a defender. Bounces to neutral. Bence taps it up. Hildebrandt reaches, controls. Missed a wide open side of the net. We're talking about the goalie overextending. Baker sending it towards the net. Yohi now has it in the corner. Pass to Bence. Bence is barely able to push that puck out of reach, so they couldn't make a breakaway, and then they send it for icing. 3.5 minutes left in the second. 17-7 is the shot count. Score 5-0, Bucs up. 88, Levi Yohi at center for the faceoff. Yohi wins it to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt can't get the shot off. This one comes out to neutral. Pembroke steals it. McDaniel goes down awkwardly. Pembroke controls though. Pass across through traffic. Goes behind Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt taps it deep to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg gives it back to Hildebrandt in the corner. Centers to McDaniel right in front. And McDaniel sends it 5-hole. 9 from 20 and 88. Bucs up 6-0. About 2 minutes left by the time the puck is dropped. Marin loses the face-off. Brought in, they get around Pembroke. Oof. A little bit of a lucky save there. To pass off to Marin, misses. Mammoth dump it in. Then Tilburg to Welch doesn't connect. Back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg to Redford. Redford can't control. Dumped in again by the Mammoth. Pembroke slows this one down near corner. Trying to connect to Dupass. Gets by him. Back to neutral. Marin trying to tap it around to D-Man here. Mammoth controls, skating around our offense. Marin can't break up the pass, but squeaks past intended recipient. Pembroke brings it in. Pembroke gets tripped, no call. And icing from the Mammoth there. .50 seconds left here in the second. Clock continues to run. There might be 40 seconds by the time this puck is dropped. 18-8 shot count. Score 6-0. Puck won by Yohi. Back to Bence. Bence dumps it deep. Follis with it now on the boards. Dumps it to Smith. Smith. Back to Bence. Bence to Smith. Misses. Follis to Smith. Smith can't control. Comes out to Yohi. Yohi to Bence. To Baker. Eight seconds now. Centering pass. A little too hot to handle there. Good opportunity for the Mammoth otherwise. And that'll do it for the second period. After two, Bucks up 6-0. I'll tune back in with you for the third. Marin winning the first face-off there. The third period goes back. It's like to Pembroke. Pembroke dumped it in. Pembroke keeps it in on the blue line. Pass from Pembroke to Marin doesn't connect. Oof. Hildebrand was in a perfect spot to intercept that one, but couldn't quite control. Long pass across. Van Tilburg to McDaniel. Goes his blind side, couldn't control. Marin keeping it on the blue line. Taps it back to McDaniel. McDaniel back to Marin. Doesn't get through. A stick. McDaniel now centering up to Hildebrand. Mammoth coming away with it. Pembroke back on D. They dump it in far side and give it back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg up to Marin. Marin lifted it over himself. Caught it. Centers it up to Hildebrand. What a play. And then he centers it across to Dupass, but it was a little out of reach. Ugh. Good play from the Mammoth there, centering it up, but ends up behind, and they couldn't convert. Smith brings it in. They just barely... Oh, that was Pembroke. Fell backwards, hit his head on the ice. A little slow to get up. Yohi backhands it to Redford, and they're off sides. It doesn't feel good to fall like that. Hope he's all right. Yohi at center for the faceoff. Yohi wins it to Bentz. Bentz dumps it in. Welch can't control it. Mammoth cleared out. 1-on-1 here as they bring it in. Now 2-on-1. Good stick from Bentz and then a hook from Baker. Might call it a stick lift, I guess. Centering pass broken up by Yohi. Dupas trying to connect to McDaniel. Hits a stick. McDaniel tracks to the corner, though, and then gets stuck there. Redford can't control it either. They're trying to clear. Baker keeps it in on the line. Dumps it deep where it came from. Back to Redford. Redford looking to center. Sends it behind to Follis. Follis gets shoved off. And then he gets tripped. No call. And then McDaniel got tied up with the player. No call there either. Baker back on D. 2-on-1 opportunity. Breaks up the centering pass with the skates and breaks up a second centering pass. Great defensive play from Baker there. Smith coming away with the puck up the far boards. Taps it out of reach for himself and is able to get around the D. And a shot looked like it went off the post. Bounces near side. Marin breaking up the play here. Goes deep to Bentz. Bentz up off the boards to McDaniel. McDaniel centering across to Yohi. Yohi, his shot went wide. Picks up his own rebound. Gives it to Van Tilburg right in front from up high. Nice shot, but a good save by the goalie. Pinned in the corner by Yohi and Smith. Pass back to Marin from the point. And then tried to give it back. Looks like to Smith behind the net. Now Yohi skates across. And Marin will keep it in again. Gets around one. Connects with Hildebrandt far side. Trying to center. Doesn't get through. Yohi one-timer and they whistle it dead. But the clock runs since we're up by a differential of more than 5, I assume. So 8 minutes left in the third. Score 6-0. Shot count 21-8. Follis at center for the faceoff. Follis wins it. Sends it around the back. McDaniel, far corner, kind of getting shoved around. Couldn't control it. Mammoth coming away. Pass around Baker, but give it straight to Bentz. Bentz clears it out. Welch in pursuit. Mammoth bring it around Follis. Pass across connects. Right back to him. Great play, but missed the net. McDaniel tapped it off to Follis, and he tapped it out of reach for himself. Welch now centering. No one was going the way he thought they were. Pass around. Welch there. Smith picks it off. Looks like he might have gotten slashed. I saw him holding his hand. Long shot, saved by the goalie. Bounces high. Rebound sent to the corner. Yohi now. Yohi still with it. Takes it behind the back of the net. Stick handling. Backs it off to Smith. Smith tries the same. It's tapped out of reach. Yohi coming away with the puck. Makes space. Shot blocked by the goalie. It's on net. Couldn't glove it down. Rebound almost sent out. Bentz keeps it in. Long shot. Hits a skate. Not much on it. Looks like Smith might be hurt or is very tired as he heads off. Puck leaves the zone. And Mammoth bring it in. Pass up to the near side. They pass back. Baker's in the right spot to break it up. But it's 3-on-1 for him back there. And that shot sinks over the top. Follis now. Under 6 minutes left. To Redford. Redford can't control. Follis steals it. Taps it off to Redford. Redford to Hildebrandt. Out of reach for him. Follis comes away with the puck, sends it towards the net, and goalie collects it. Missed shot from 5 there. 5.5 minutes left. Bucks up 6-0. Marin's struggling to get off the ice after he was called off. Dupass with it. I'd say we lost that face-off, but there we go. Kept in on the line by Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg back to Follis near corner. Passes it to Redford behind the net. Mammoth come away with it. Get it to neutral. Pass around Hildebrandt. The man loses his skates. Has to go back to find him. Pass from Hildebrandt to Redford. Doesn't connect. Mammoth get it back behind their own net. Yohe can't break up the pass. They call icing, it looked like. Clock continues to run. It'll be less than 4 minutes left in this game by the time this puck is dropped. Yohe at center wins it off to Smith. Smith still has it, took behind the back of the net. Pass across to Baker. Baker's shot hits a stick. Collected by the Mammoth. 2-on-1 opportunity. Bends back on D. Forces the puck wide to the corner. Nice play by him. Taps the puck off to Baker. Baker leans into a little hit there after he was already leaning against the boards. No call. McDaniel taps us up the boards, trying to connect to Smith. Smith clears it out of the zone. Yohe in pursuit. They get around him. Yohe goes for a shift change. No one was ready for it, though. And a shot blocked by PJ. This one gets by McDaniel, but Smith coming away. Shot wide left. Marin with the rebound, getting a shot. Didn't get on net. Oh, the goalie blocked it. And then they sent it for icing. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Bucks up 6-0. Marin lost this face-off, but ends up with Hildebrandt. Quick shot from Hildebrandt. Blocked by the goalie. Kept in. Nope. Controlled by Pembroke. Oh, not controlled by Pembroke. Mammoth come away. Van Tilburg breaking it up. Another man coming in. Backhand shot wide. Pass from Van Tilburg to Marin. Mammoth give it back. Pembroke to Hildebrandt. Mammoth steal, dump it in from the center line. 2 minutes left in the game, and Xander Van Tilburg with it near corner. Looking for a pass. Hildebrandt actually controlled that one. Didn't think he had it, though. They get around Marin, bring it in. 2-on-2 here. Hits Pembroke in the ankle. That'll hurt him. And Mammoth still with it. Errant pass cleared out by Van Tilburg to Smith. Smith lost control, dropped it off a neutral. Mammoth bring it back in. Give it back. Pembroke to Smith now. Can't get around the D. Follis forces him out. Breakaway opportunity. Shot high. Ends up far corner. Little breakdown from the D there. Allowing 3 players shooting space. 3 players fall down in front of our bench, and it gets dumped deep. Under a minute left to play. Van Tilburg struggling to get it up. Finally connects to Redford. Redford gets around a man. He's got Smith in front. Smith is going to have to stop. Slowed down. Pass across. Goes behind Follis. Smith goes for a shift change since it didn't seem like he was needed on the play anyways. Dumped by Mammoth behind. Bentz dropped it off on accident, it looked like. Baker sends it to McDaniel. Far boards. Taps it up to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt maybe could extend a little earlier to control. Man, just a lot of back and forth here. Hildebrandt controlling now. Gets a shot. Sinks at 5-hole. Unassisted goal from number 20. About 7 seconds left. And that'll do it for the game. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. 2 games tomorrow in Iowa City. So no hotel tonight, but 4 hours of driving to and from Iowa City. I appreciate everyone being here today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Leave the camera on in case there's any extracurriculars here.